Hey, welcome to the No Drinks in the Booth podcast, back with another classic episode. We've made it episode 32. In the booth with me, no Pav Ansaki, fuck knows where he is. So it's just myself and Chris Watson holding it down. Chris, how are you?
I'm fine, mate. I'm not angry with Pav. I'm just disappointed, to be honest with you. I'm just disappointed. I mean, what's going on? We organised today to record. You know, we normally record on a Monday. It's a Sunday right now. I mean, Pav, where you at? Where are you? What's
Which
happening?
could be our new recording routine.
It could well become our new recording routine. Don't worry, listeners. You'll still get your episode every Tuesday, 5 p.m. GMT.
Yeah.
Get ready for the drop every week. We time it perfectly. So if you're in the UK, you're on your way home from work, you can just pick up the No Drinks in the Booth podcast, listen to some good vibes. But where are the good vibes without Pav Saki? Where is Pav?
Yeah.
That's my question. What's going on?
That's everyone's question.
Yeah.
We don't know. We even spoke yesterday to definitely do this time.
Yeah. It's yeah. I think disappointed, not angry. You know, I can never be angry at Pav. You know, he's one of the No Drinks in the Booth family. He's a brother.
No drinks in the booth. There's only three of us, Chris.
Well, we're a close family, you know. Like, I mean, we've got to stick together. We need to meet our recording times. But do you know what? I'm sure there'll be a good explanation. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. You know, we've had too much hardship over the last year. We're going to move forward and forgive and forget and positivity. Let's go.
I am the only one that's never missed a recording because it can't run. It just doesn't go. There's been a few times, and people listening and watching won't know this, but there's been a few times where I can't make the recording for various reasons, but they've all been important reasons.
Yeah.
And we've always had to rearrange it because neither Pav nor Chris want to host.
Yeah. I will not gonna lie, I'm not just saying this just to be like, oh no. I swear to you, I was actually, because there was a time where I was thinking, oh, you might not do it this week. So I was like, oh my God, I get to do the intro, like the, hey, also and back with another classic episode. And literally, I was in the shower the other day and I was like, just playing it in my head. I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this. Like, I'm ready to host it. Because I did, if you listen, like, if you go back in the No Drinks in the Booth archives, there are some episodes where me and Pav did host, because we did originally start hosting. But yeah, obviously in an ideal world, we need Wade to host it. Wade is the glue. He is the host with the most. It wouldn't be the same without Wade as host. So whenever Wade can't do an episode, we're like, oh, okay, well, let's move it. Let's move it to that day. You know, even though I would like to do, maybe one day I'll be able to do the intro. Maybe one day, can you just let me do the intro? I just want to just see if I don't mess it up.
It comes across. I do it effortlessly these days. Yeah. But it's fair
to say at first it took a few times. Now it rolls off, mate. Easy. Second nature.
Straight.
Bang.
Straight. The one thing I've come to realise is, I think I keep the peace, and I make sure the podcast don't end up being 7 hours.
Yeah. I do think Pav is worse than me. I do sometimes ramble. You know, you ask me one thing and I'm like, start talking about a song that they did 2 years ago that I love, or, you know, and they did this with this size. But Pav does ramble more than me. Give me that one at least. I mean, admittedly, he's not here to defend himself, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, he should have made it too fucking bad. The one thing I've realised is we can all talk ourselves, you know, silly, but Pav will, ramble on. Chris, at some point, he gets to a certain point, which I reckon is maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, wherever we've been recording, or roughly maybe a bit longer, but not recording. And you'll notice this because now we're on YouTube and you can check us out. You see us in HD quality. Chris just starts looking sort of at the floor as if he's going to sort of go asleep.
I run out of steam after about an hour and 15. I've worked it out. It's around an hour and 15. I'm just like, I'm done. I've had enough now. I've run out of steam.
Yeah. Well, this week, the episode's a bit different because Pav's not here and we actually don't know where he is. We was doing what's called the top 3 sneakers, and I was going to review Chris's and Pav's top 3 sneakers, give them a rating out of 5. We're not going to do that purely because there's only one of you.
Although I've got a couple of sneakers to just show for the people on YouTube, because we did promise them last week. I've got a couple of sneakers, and we're going to talk about sneakers.
We're going to talk. I was going to say we're going to have a really good talk about sneakers, which is very passionate to myself, so it's easy for me to talk about. And there's no news this week either, because there is nothing news related that is worth putting in this podcast.
No,
literally,
no. Unless other than the miserable news, which we might just mention maybe in the discussion when we have a quick chat. But generally, there's nothing really good to talk about. Really,
there was nothing big that relates to the podcast that we do. There's loads of news, but some of it is just not that interesting. Some of it is a bit too political or too educational, maybe for us to get into, so that's why some of it gets left out. So there's no news today, but the review section is stacked. I found this that it normally I spend my Sunday, I did it Saturday, I spend my afternoon or evening going through playlists, Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple, all the good stuff, charts, the lot, and look for what I think are about 15 of the best new tracks. And getting 15 isn't hard, but I normally can get 15 that fit within the style of the podcast. I could have put loads in this week. I had to cut down stuff. There were some great releases from like Drake, Silk Sonic. There was just some really big releases, AJ Tracy. There's some great stuff. So we've got a really big stacked review section this week. We haven't got Pav's The Shit I Hate unless Pav suddenly joins us, because me and Chris are too positive for that. Yeah,
I try not to just hate on things, but Pav has a list of things to hate on.
Oh yeah,
each to their own. We choose. This is what we. This is how the podcast works. We're like the yin and the yang. You're the glue, and then Pav's like the negative one, and I'm the positive one, and it creates friction, and that creates a great podcast for the listeners, and we give the people what they want.
We do. The one thing I realised, this is a really pointless, but it's a fun fact. So we obviously go out at 5 p.m. GMT. Did you know in Canada, shout out to our Canadian listeners, we see you. In Canada, they have 6 different time zones.
Really?
6,
in the States they have 6, don't they, as well?
I thought in the States, don't they have Central, Eastern and Pacific?
Because I would have thought the States would have 6, like given the scale of the country.
Look, to all our American listeners, if we're wrong, please tell us in comments or on our social media. But I'm pretty certain the States is Central, Eastern and Pacific. And yeah, I found out Canada has 6 different time zones. I'm not going to list them because I can't remember them all, but I know there's crazy. 6. And it absolutely blew my mind to think there was 6 time zones.
That's crazy. Are they like 1 hour difference? Is it 6 different time zones? Or like, is it just like...
No, like 6 different, like, so obviously...
So one after the other, 1 hour after the other across the map.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Crazy.
Or like maybe a couple hours depending like which ones where. But yeah, what a fun fact. Shout out to our Canadian listeners.
Yeah, so who knows when the podcast's coming out for you. At some point it will. I don't know.
One of my favourite Canadian things though is maple syrup. Just putting it out there.
Oh yeah, maple syrup. Fantastic.
Maple syrup, and shout out the Toronto Raptors. But All-Star Weekend, you won't know this, but it's NBA All-Star Weekend right now as we're talking. They've condensed the weekend into one day because of COVID. So you've got the skills challenge and 3-point challenge, the first half of the All-Star game. The dunk contest is at half time, and then the other half of the All-Star game is like condensed into a day instead of a weekend. That's going to be interesting. Gonna watch that later. Looking forward to that. Chris, have you been up to anything really?
Nothing mental. Like, been producing. I've done my usual stuff. I've got a single coming out on Friday.
oh, quick plug it.
Sorry. Oh God, how can I forget? Sorry, quick one. Sorry, quick mention. Nearly forgot about it. Single coming out this Friday for all your music fans listening. It's called Overview. It's featuring a singer from New York. It's called she's called Jamie Diraz. If you've not heard of her, she's really big in the electronic dance music world right now. She's just had a song that went viral that's got like over 2 million views. I'm lucky enough to have her on my next song, a song we wrote together. Yeah, I'm excited, and it's this Friday, the 12th of March. Follow me on socials to find out all the details. And hopefully you like it. Drop me a message on Instagram. Let me know what you think. Because obviously, if you do listen every week, you hear us review songs every week. And now one of us is actually putting out a song. This is mental. So yeah, you're gonna let us know what you think. And we'll who knows? Exciting times.
And it drops on all streaming podcasts Friday, yeah?
On Friday, yeah. Friday, 12th of March, yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, see, I have a connection to this track that people won't know.
No.
I was the first one to actually play it.
Wait, it has actually already been played on radio by Wade.
By me. And I contributed to helping it come together.
Yeah, and it's fair to say I've sent Wade this song has been in the works since for 6 months, and I've sent Wade a few different versions and stuff, and he's like, no, I don't like that, change that. No, that's not sure about that. No, we need something here. Yeah, change that. So basically you're listening to two co-producers right now on the new song.
I'm just credited. I didn't actually produce anything. I just was there to critique and give proper feedback. Not any sugarcoat shit where it's like, it's a great Chris. There was me going, Chris, the beginning's shit.
Yeah, listen, Wade is one of the maybe 4 to 5 people I know maximum that I always send my music to, because I know that they're literally ruthless bastards that will just literally tell me exactly what I want to hear. This is wrong, that's right. So yeah, fair play to you, mate. You're always the one I send it to.
Thank you. I do have a process on how I do it. So the problem is when Chris sends me music, I know that's my night done, because I'm very I know he sent it to me to critique and ask opinions for here and there, and with the intro, bridge, chorus, this instrument, that vocal, boring stuff that no one cares about, but makes the songs what they are. And I literally set it up on my speakers. I will lay down with my eyes closed, listen to it once just to hear it. Then I will obviously sit up and get my notes out and then listen to it again and make notes on what I think X, Y, and Z. There's songs Chris has sent me where I'm like, it's great. I don't think, just maybe put that there or that there. That's it. And there is songs, but then I will get on the phone to him about, I don't like that. I think you need to change that guitar shit. Put that bass in, do that.
Thanks.
And he's like, yeah, I like that. He's like, I tried that, didn't work. Yeah. And we were literally 4 hours without him being, this is how 2020 and 2021 works. We're not even in the same room.
No. But it's super helpful, man. I didn't realise he did the whole bed sitting down, sitting up thing, all that stuff. That's amazing. Fantastic. But
when I because I know you're obviously, this is the thing. I know Chris is obviously asking my opinion because he wants to put this track out at some point, or it's going to be somewhere released down the line. I do it with, I've got a few other friends that make music or used to make music and stuff, and I have the same process. I don't always lay down, but I always listen to it without critiquing it, just to feel it and hear it. And yeah.
I think what works is that, as well as getting a friend's perspective, obviously Wade comes at it from a DJ perspective. So he tells you where the song slots in, will it go here? Who will listen to it? These guys, those guys, which obviously, as a DJ myself, I do know, and I do actually think that when I'm making the track, you always have the DJ input, but it's another DJ, and it's obviously Wade coming at it from his angle, and it's it's really useful to have it. So but listen, mate, now I know the what you go through when you're creating the notes for the song. I mean, I'm gonna, wow, cool. I mean, you're gonna have some more coming your way, mate.
Well, that's why sometimes Chris has sent me stuff as well, and people won't know this. So I'll be like, I'll listen to it in an hour because I'm either watching TV or eating dinner or something, and I need to hear it on proper speakers, not through my iPhone. So that's why.
That's good.
And secondly, I take it serious because this is what I did when I was at uni. So I know the process, and we both know what the process is like in the industry of A&R and all other things, production. And I think if you're doing it alone, independent like Chris is, shout out to the independent artists, you need as much support and good critique as possible. I have told him a number of times if I think something is shit.
And it's great.
And he doesn't take offence because he knows I'm not doing it personally. I'm doing it professionally. Because he would much rather maybe me say, I don't like that, I think that doesn't work, than, I don't know, a label or a DJ or another artist turn around and say to him, oh, your song's shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always bring it to you, mate, because you, as I said, you're one of those few select people that will just tell me exactly how it is and whether they like it. But you also know music. As I said, there's only like, I know lots of people that like music, but there's only 4 or 5 people that know my music, that like know where it's going and like whether it's good or not, basically. You know, because some people you do send songs to them, and if they, when it comes to like my music, I love Lil Baby, but if they've been listening to 5 hours Lil Baby and I send them my track, they're not in a position to like, they don't have that musical, like, what's the word, that breadth of musical knowledge to be like, oh, this track's good. Sometimes I send my music to like some of my more like house musicy friends, my dance musicy friends, and they come at it from that angle. Often we'll hear feedback like, oh, it's not underground enough, or it's not, where's the extended edit, or all this kind of stuff, and it just, everyone has their own sort of take on things, but it's good because, you're one of the people that can like just, you see the whole thing for what it is, and it's like, shit, that's not, sort that out, long that off, so it's good. It's good.
We had like a 4-hour conversation once, and we will come off for talking about this because
we've basically been talking about ourselves for the last like 10 minutes, but we'll quickly finish it, listeners. Sorry.
We basically once had a 4-hour conversation on a Friday night when we'd usually be DJing, but obviously because of coronavirus we can't. About Chris had a list of songs. He sent me the whole. It was an EP at the time, the whole catalogue of these songs, and was like, "Can you listen to them? Let me know what you think." Blah 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 blah. But what do you think of the names? That's what I want to know. What do you think of the names? And I literally
some of those names were stupid. They were so dumb.
and obviously, like the songs were all great. Yeah, some needed more work, some were complete. Some it was literally just a catalogue of songs. So I listened to them, and then we had like a 4-hour conversation about branding and why the name is shit on this song, and it doesn't work. Or like, oh, you're going for that vibe. Oh, I didn't get that from that name. Like, it was just the weirdest, it was a boring but very interesting conversation. If you know that type of stuff. And we spent about 4 hours on the phone, and I think then we started talking about Burning Man. That's how the Burning Man conversation come about.
Yeah. Which we did talk about on a podcast a few weeks ago. Go and check that out. But yeah.
And you can listen to all our podcasts. They're available on Apple Music and Spotify and Google, all the good streaming platforms. Listen back to that back catalogue. There's some classics. They're not called classic episodes for no reason.
Because they're classics.
Because they're classics, yeah. Right, shall we get into some music?
Let's do it.
We've got no news. We're coming out of lockdown here in the UK. Hopefully it all goes well. Everyone's getting vaccinated. That's pretty good. My girlfriend and her mum and dad have both been vaccinated.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, my mum and dad are next week after maybe.
My mum got vaccinated Wednesday, just gone.
Oh.
Which is good. I think my stepdad will be due. My dad got vaccinated, funny enough, Friday. My stepdad, I think, is due to be vaccinated like in about a couple of weeks. This all going quite smooth over here. Fingers crossed everything goes well, because this is the beginning of the end of lockdown for us. So that's the biggest bit of the news really to talk about. So we'll scrap the news and let's just get into some stacked reviews.
Stacked.
As always, you can listen to all the music we speak about on the podcast. It's available on our Spotify playlist, No Drinks in the Booth, and you can watch the videos to them on our YouTube playlist of the same name, No Drinks in the Booth. Like I said, every week I find about 15 of what I think are the hottest songs, and then I put it to Chris and Pav. Pav's not here, but Chris and Pav to review it and give it a rating out of 5 drinks, and then we all do a track of the week. So this week, Chris will do a track of the week, and if there's still no Pav, then we do a joint track of the week.
Sure.
Shall we start?
Let's do it.
Anxious by AJ Tracey.
So his style is still evolving. I've still not heard AJ Tracey's music like stagnate. It's still evolving. It's still changing, drawing like influences from new sounds and stuff. I gave this one 3 out of 5 drinks. And that's weird because I am an AJ Tracey fan. I would actually fan when he's like older stuff like Luke Cage and Pasta and things like that. And this song was good, and the video was really good as well. That was good. 3 out of 5 drinks.
Fair enough. Let's move on. Like I said, it is a stacked review section.
We've got a lot to get through.
A lot to get through. Toronto's own Drizzy Drake is back. He released the Scary Hours 2 EP, and we're talking what's next.
It's been said by many people, and it's a bit cliche now, but Drake doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. He simply, right now, he's in his prime still, I think. And I know that there sounds like some doubt in my voice there, because I know that some of my friends have said that maybe he's coming to the end of his run, and I know that's been cited by a few other like media personalities and stuff. Like maybe Drake is kind of coming to his end, but he's still in his prime. This song goes hard, and again, it just has that little. Every song has that little lyrical hook or lick or phrase that is just wow. Like I don't know, it jumps out, and you're like, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna just stop gassing up this track because as much as I love my electronic music, I'm a big Drake fan, so 5 out of 5 drinks. It's quality.
Yeah. And our friend Goody commented on our Instagram post about Scary Hours 2, and he said, "What's next is an anthem."
It is an anthem.
And I think we all agree with it. Okay, let's move on. Track is by Silk Sonic. You might not have heard of Silk Sonic. Silk Sonic are Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, and the track is called "Leave the Door Open."
Here we go. The next 5 out of 5 drinks this week. There's nothing really much more to say about this song other than just quality music. Well written, it's got soul. Lyrically, the video is just quirky, cheeky, it's classy. It's fantastic. Great music. Just, you can't say it's not great music. 5 out of 5 drinks.
I think Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak really complement each other. Their styles.
Yeah, what a collaboration.
Mesh
Unreal.
So well. Okay, let's keep going. The track is called Games. It's by Ray Black, and it features Gigs.
Ray Black's verses are hard. Her verse that comes in about halfway through, she's got the second verse on the track. Flows so well. It's just got, and it's shown a bit more of her attitude side, because some of her songs are very emotional and maybe like laid back. One of her like breakout songs was with favourite producer of mine, SG Lewis. It was like really chilled out. It was literally called Chill Out. And now she's bringing out a more like attitude side, showing a bit of like flair, maybe. 4 out of 5 drinks. A really good song.
Solid. Okay, let's keep it going. The track is called Selfish Love by Paris's own DJ Snake and Selena Gomez.
Wade hates it when I say this, but I'm going to say it again. I am a big fan of DJ Snake. And this song is my thing. It's the feel of it, and it's got that kind of slight ambience to it, which I'd like to think that some of my music has, and I that's why I resonate quite a lot with it. It's my thing. It's my style. I love it. 5 out of 5 drinks. Big track.
Solid. Start making DJ Snake dubstep then. Go on.
Well, when I say, I should just say, obviously, DJ Snake has quite unique. He has this mental difference between his like live stuff and then his actual music, which is like really mellow and chill. And then obviously in his live sets, it's literally the hardest dubstep I think I've like ever heard. I love it. I think it's amazing. So yeah, obviously the more like maybe the mellow side of his stuff.
Nice. If you want to catch one of Chris's dubstep sets, good luck with that, because you don't do them.
I've got a few dubstep tracks in my Serato library though from in the day.
Okay. Do you know what they're called?
Yeah, well, listen, I used to listen to Kill the Noise, Schism, That's Sick, that kind of, not dubstep like Benga, Scream dubstep, but like the more like EDM dubstep, to be fair. 12 Planet, who else was there? Like
Flux
Kaizo,
Pavilion.
Flux Pavilion,
Skrillex,
Dr. P. Who else was I used to listen to? Knife Party. I used to love Knife Party.
Knife Party is sick.
Yeah.
I see. My dubstep crate is full of all them. It's full of some of the OGs. Hatcher, Scream, Benga, Artwork, Magnetic Man, Casper.
Where's My Money? Casper remix.
All the
Madness.
big boys. Rusko, yeah. Okay, let's keep going. The track is called Saw. It's the remix. It's by Your Tog, featuring Stormzy and Kwesi Arthur.
Endorsement from Stormzy, crazy. And drill really is everywhere now. Drill has gone. I remember when it was like you heard "Welcome to the Party" Pop Smoke, and it was like, oh my god, drill's in America, like that's crazy. But now it's everywhere. This one went hard. 4 out of 5 drinks.
Okay, Let's keep going. North Face. The track is called More.
This was the grime track I didn't know I wanted, but I needed. Hype. Like, when it just comes in, you just are like hype. It reminds me of back in the day of like Lethal Bizzle and that kind of feel. 5 out of 5 drinks, another 5 out of 5.
Oh, hard. Okay, let's keep going. We're getting through these. A good time, I think. The track is called Love Don't Fade. It's by DJ SKT and it features Example on the vocals.
So DJ SKT, he's now clearly taken the decision to step away from tech house and more underground music. And I do think this track is actually done really well. He's taken that step well. I think it could be the right direction because it's clear. It doesn't sound forced. I think a lot of tech house guys, they decide to diversify and they want to expand and they want to maybe have some mainstream success or whatever reason they're doing it, and it does sound really forced. Another example where it didn't sound forced was years ago when Route 94 did My Love with Jess Glynn, because he was an underground DJ producer and he did that track and it was a credible track. His fans liked it and also the mainstream liked it, and it was a natural track that came together and it was a great record. Huge. The same thing here. It doesn't sound, to me, you can just tell when it sounds forced. It sounds like they've maybe had someone else to come and co-produce it and help them make it to a sound that isn't theirs and this kind of thing. Nah, this one does sound authentic. Also, one last thing, because I've been talking a lot about this track. Example does often give lots of, kind of almost like a cosign, if you want to call it that, to like UK club culture and UK house music and dance music, which I just kind of like, because he's obviously a kind of an independent pop artist, huge pop mainstream success, but he kind of gives nods to like UK club culture and UK house music culture, which is cool. I just like seeing stuff like that. So yeah, 4 out of 5 drinks for Love Don't Fade. Good song. Yeah,
Example's an OG. He lives in Australia now.
Madness.
Fun fact, shout out to our Australian listeners. Okay, let's keep moving. It's by Anti Up and the track is called Sensational.
I've literally got on my notes here. I said big up Chris Lake and Chris Lorenzo, and Chris Lorenzo only down the road from you, Pav. You should like it. But Pav's not here, is he?
No.
We like that, don't we, Wade?
Yep.
This is why they're two of the greatest underground dance music producers. Constant innovation in the sound. This is not what their previous Anti-Up stuff has been. I love the whole branding of Anti-Up. The artwork's great. 4 out of 5 drinks. I thought this was a good song. Yeah, good track, I should say. It's not really a song track.
Call it what you want. Next track.
Banger. Should I call it just a banger?
Next track /banger/song/anthem is called Ask Me, and it is by the legendary Duck Sauce.
Okay. Could this be Wade's track of the week? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. And I listened to Barbara Streisand by Duck Sauce the other day, and it just brought back so many great memories of just downloading that 99p from iTunes into the iPod Shuffle. Down off we go, like, listening to that, like, that's sick. Love that song.
Was you old enough to DJ then?
No, I was like 15 or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, I was smashing that out in nightclubs.
Oh mate, that would have been crazy in nightclubs. I missed that, unfortunately, but that must have been. Did it go up? I bet that went crazy, that song, because it was in the charts, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was like huge. I had an edit. I had 2 edits. One was like Barbara Streisand with LMFAO Shots, the acapella on that, and then the other one was like a mashup with Michael Jackson Beat It.
Oh my god! Oh, that's fantastic.
And I used to do this thing where I'd mix all 3 of them into each other, so you got like a bit of everything. It went really well.
That's really cool. I would have loved to have been out of clubs when Barbara Streisand came out. That must have been huge. This one it's a summer bop. It's made for like summer drinks in like a beer garden or an outside bar or a terrace or something. 4 out of 5 drinks. Really cool.
Hard. Okay, let's keep going. Track is called Pick Up and it's by Darko.
It's a really nice song. I always like the musical quality that she brings to her music. It's very like melodic and it just kind of like feels good, soothing, which I like. I kind of have some of that in my music as well. I gave this one 3 out of 5 drinks. It's a great song. It's a nice song.
Okay, next track, Emotional Oranges featuring Big Pig. The track is called Body and Soul.
Ooh. So I was really excited and surprised to see Emotional Oranges on here after they did a song called West Coast Love, which is their biggest hit. You got to check that out if you've not heard it. It's really, really like that. Big fan of that record. And this song didn't disappoint. It's in a kind of a similar vein to that song, and some really nice chords, some nice back and forth with like the male and the female vocal throughout the track. They play off each other really well, really soothing, and the production just hit perfect. Not too like high res, not too lo-fi, just in the middle ground. It's really well put together. 5 out of 5 drinks. I will be listening to this one in my chilled like summer Sunday playlist, you know?
I know what you're saying. Okay, let's keep going. The track is called Boom. It is by Sean Paul and Busy Signal.
Oof. There's a couple big names here. And this is like a summer party tune. It was a good song. 3 out of 5 drinks.
Solid. Okay. Don Diablo and JLV featuring John Kay, and the track is called Problems.
I'm surprised there's a Don Diablo song in the reviews, to be fair.
You should never be surprised.
That's true. I mean, I've heard some of the music you've put in here. Like, some of them are curveballs. This is like a minimum level curveball. The drop on this song took me by surprise. It's a switch up I've not really heard. I've not heard a lot like this. Obviously, like gospel samples and choirs or that, you know, unison voices has been used a lot in house music, but this was a little bit different. Not his kind of signature future house, inverted commas, style. It was good. Good record. 3 out of 5 drinks.
Nice. Got the typical 3 out of 5 drinks from Chris.
Listen, we got. There's a lot of 5s, so I have to keep my. Obviously, at some point, there's going to be a T-shirt made with 3 out of 5 drinks on it as my signature slogan. So if I don't continue to give songs 3 out of 5, then I'm never going to have the T-shirt made. So obviously, I'm going to continue doing it.
Very true. Very true. Okay, rounding out the review section, the track is $1 Million Bill. It's by Future Utopia featuring Koji Radical and Easy Life.
This was really strong track of the week contender. The producer deserves an award for this beat. I mean, it's like when that initially comes in, obviously he returns to each segment of the beat he's made throughout the song, alternating the sections and the layering, but it's crazy. This beat is just like explodes like out of the headphones. Some crazy lyrics as well, some like hard hitting lyrics, one of these songs that is kind of like intelligent rap, you know, it like brings out interesting questions and kind of questions sort of society and things we value. So interesting lyrics, and the beat as well. I've got to give that another shout out. Crazy. 5 out of 5 drinks.
Solid. I saw Koji Radical support Pusha T at his concert a few years ago. And he is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated UK artists out.
It's very difficult to break with that intelligent rap, though, because it is. I know this sounds horrible, but it is intelligent. Like, it takes a lot of thought for a listener to get it. Kendrick obviously delivers his kind of, I'd say, intelligent rap style in a really like a. You know, you get it. It's happened really well for him, but guys like Koji Radical, it's same with guys like Ocean Wisdom and like Verb T. These guys in like the UK that do like intelligent rap. It's like, you know, it's lost on so many people because you need to have a certain kind of ear and mind to get it. So it's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
I named a few people a few episodes ago when we did, or ages ago really, when we come back after New Year, of who I thought would blow this year.
Ash Nico was one.
Ash Nico was one. And I think Koji Radical, maybe not this year, but Koji Radical at some point will be huge. Because there is a big market for it. They've just not heard him.
That's interesting. Okay. That's interesting.
And I'm normally right, so should we do track of the week?
Yes. I've just deleted the note. Hold on.
I love the fact Chris was like, oh shit.
I've just deleted the note. I'm not gonna lie, let's build a bit of suspense here. This is actually difficult. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a couple that I want to do, but I need Chris to do his one first.
Yeah, because there's obviously like the Drake track, What's Next? you can't deny that's again he's hit the target again. So that could be track of the week. But I know this sounds bad. I don't want to just give it to Drake because he's like one of the greatest ever. Like that's just obvious.
Realistically,
obvious, isn't it?
Like these are what I would consider nominees for track of the week this week would be Drake, Silk Sonic, DJ Snake, Duck Sauce, Emotional Oranges, and Future Utopia.
There's so many. There's literally so
loads.
many.
Normally, it's not that hard to do track of the week.
No, there's always one that just stands out, doesn't there? But this week is really
and North Face.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's in contention. I think maybe in another week that could clinch it, but there's so much from all genres this week coming through.
Yeah. So tell me, what's track of the week for you?
I think it's gonna go to DJ Snake, Selena Gomez.
Oh,
it's got to. That's a thing. That's a vibe. That's my style.
Cool. I want to do Duck Sauce. Ask me.
Yeah, I thought that might be the one.
But Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open. Drake, what's next? Realistically, could we do multiple tracks of the week?
No,
because we never.
No, one track. Because if this is the other way around, you tell me to just do one track.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I won't go with Duck Sauce. Ask me. I'm going to go with Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open. And I'll tell you why. Because Duck Sauce, as much as I love it, I know what I'm getting. Silk Sonic's a new project. I didn't know what I'd get. And I like what I've heard.
Yeah. Facts.
So, love the Duck Sauce track, but the Silk Sonic track, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to do a joint track of the week, which I think is quite easy, really.
Are you saying the Duck Sauce track?
No, I'm saying it's going to be Drake, ain't it?
I think if Pav was here, he might pick the Drake. He'd pick Anderson.
Silk Sonic.
He picked Silk Sonic. You've already picked that. That would be Pav's track of the week. Yeah. So I think we're gonna have to give it to Drake because he's come with the fire again.
Yeah, and that Scary Hours EP, the Scary Hours 2 EP, 3 tracks, and they
actually go in.
Yeah,
they actually really go in.
That Lemon Pepper freestyle with Rick Ross. Okay, so tracks of the week this week are Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open, Drake, What's Next, and Chris, remind me of your one. Oh, DJ Snake and Selena Gomez, Selfish Love.
Yes.
There's so many honourable mentions.
So many. Strong week. This could be... There was one week we had this was a while ago now, that was maybe as strong as this. This is maybe joint top strongest week for music, I think. I think this is the strongest one we've ever had. Yeah, it's the most fives we've ever had in a week, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of fives flying around.
As always, you can listen to all them tracks, and I suggest you do. It's stacked, the reviews this week, on our Spotify playlist. It's called No Drinks in the Booth. Watch the videos to on our YouTube playlist. It's called No Drinks in the Booth. We are working on something with the podcast so that if you're listening to the podcast on Spotify, you'll actually hear the tracks in the podcast.
Yeah, that would be useful. We have done 30 or something episodes talking about music that people may not have ever even heard.
Yeah.
But obviously we literally have just talked about this before we started recording, but chances are we're going to have the actual songs in the podcast so you can hear them as you listen, which would be fantastic.
In real time.
Sorry, yeah, that's that, in real time. So it'll just play seamlessly. We'll have the track, you hear the track, and then we review. So you can actually hear exactly what we're talking about and maybe discover some new music as well.
Yeah. That'd be only available for our Spotify listeners, unfortunately.
Yes, only Spotify, but there you go.
Only Spotify. But you can always listen to us on Apple Music. Yeah. Shout out to our Apple family. You can listen to us on Google. Shout out to everyone Googling. And you can obviously watch us on YouTube, which I suggest you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get some, you get to see our crystal clear faces in HD now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Our YouTube.
Good quality content. Well, that's the news because there isn't any this week. That's the reviews, which are stacked. Pav, over to you for shit I hate. Oh. I really hope something bad hasn't happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally, normally, if he's running a bit late, he might just like drop a message in, or the classic like, basically I was out till like 4 a.m. last night and now I can't make it. Let's hope. I hope he, because it is Sunday, so he might have been out. I know it's lockdown and stuff, but it's Pav, so I don't know what he was doing last night. He gets like with his family and stuff. I don't know. This is the worrying thing. We've not heard from him, so who knows? Who knows? Who actually knows?
True. So we haven't got Pav's shit I hate because me and Chris are too positive for that. So I've just thought of this, Chris.
Oh God.
On the spot.
Oh God.
Wade and Chris's, we do one each. Shit I love.
Oh. Wow, this is a switch up. And I'm ready for it. I'm here for it.
Power of positivity.
Oh, we love it.
Shit I love. Shit I love. Okay, Chris, have you got something?
I'm gonna need to think of something real quick.
Okay, that's fine because I've got something that I can talk
you start
about.
yours and I'll think of it. I'll listen, obviously, but I'll think at the same time to mine.
No. Shit I love. There's two things I love. Yeah, that I'm going to talk about today. One is trainers/sneakers for our friends. Yeah, which we're going to talk about a little bit in a bit anyway. So I thought I've got to bring that in. And that is something that if you know me personally, you know I'm super passionate about. And second, shit I love is music. And I know, look, this is easy to say, but so me and my girlfriend last night went to Tesco's because we had to get some bits. Essential trip. It was an essential trip. Yeah, we left our house for essential reasons. No one can have a go at us. We had to go to Tesco's. We had to pick up some essential items. They didn't have all them essential items, so we had to go to another Tesco's. And we found ourselves driving around, listening to music, doing like carpool karaoke together. And it was great because she listens to songs that I might not listen to. And, you know, we listened to a load of throwbacks and we listened to some new stuff. Like everything from Dolly Parton to Kanye West to like Jay Sean to like Estelle, like everything. And it just made me realise how much I love music. I obviously get to do it for this podcast, but that's sometimes a job. It becomes like a job, but it's not. I don't generally find it a job. I don't find it a chore either because I love listening to the songs. Sometimes I wish it'd take me a bit less time, but that's my own fault.
But honestly, sorry, it's actually, I love this story so much, but I just got to quickly jump in here. You do add like 15 songs to the reviews, and we often say, mate, just do 10, just do like 8 or 10, it's fine. Yeah. But you do always load it up. Like you don't need to do that many.
I do. I wouldn't.
You just said it takes too long.
No, because the problem is, so I go through all the playlists. I'm going to tell you my work ethic, my reviews, how I do this. Right. So I sit there and go through all the playlists. Sometimes I have headphones on, sometimes I don't. I don't always need the actual headphones on to listen to them. But so I go through all the playlists and I listen, and some songs aren't for this podcast. They're great songs. I would like to include them, but they most probably won't. Our listeners won't like them. Pav and you will definitely can't review them. But then I listen to the songs. I go, oh, great for the podcast, bang in, love that song. Sometimes it's not even from a playlist. Someone's heard it a few days before, boom, in the list. And I find my list is like 20, 25 songs long, and I have to whittle it down because I love new music and music in general. So when you say, oh, you don't have to do 15, you can do 8 or 10, that is not physically possible for myself.
Fair enough.
It just won't happen. Look, it is one of the joys I have in life is doing the review section.
That works well for me. Fantastic.
The only problem I have with it is that I generally take too long because I listen to the songs a couple of times.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like if I like it, I listen to it a few times, and because I normally have to cut some out, there's me going, oh, do I want to cut out blah 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 or put in blah?
It's difficult. It's difficult.
It's very difficult. If I could just have a off cut of this podcast that was just songs, oh, trust me, I'd be featuring like a new artist every week. It'd be like who you need to listen to. But unfortunately, we aren't sponsored. Time does not allow it now. But one day that might happen. But the shit I love is sneakers and music.
Boom.
Specifically finding new music.
I agree with... I'm going to do two things as well. I'm going to agree 100% with everything said about music. I'm literally, well, obviously we're very similar. Like I literally have the same kind of thing. I would say, so first thing I love, and this is slightly different tangent to what you've just been talking about music, a little bit more simple, like a bit more basic. But so do you remember like there was this time, like a long time ago, this is maybe like, it might have been years ago. Do you remember like, you know, there was like society and people used to like sort of go out and do things. And one of the things that some people did, some more seriously than others, was go to the gym. I mean, I think this is obviously a few years ago now, but I think you used to go to the gym before the apocalypse, right? You did do that, if I remember right.
Yeah, I used to go like 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah. And I have to admit, I do love this, because you talking about music reminded me of that. I'm not like a crazy like gym guy, but when you go to the gym and you leave the gym with that like basically endorphins and dopamine buzz, and you're just hyped, you're just pumped, and you've just done like cardio and then like weights and stuff, and you got like rocket fuel, and then you like put some tunes in and you're just like bowling out the gym with like tunes on, like that you just listen to, like your favorite music, and what I'm saying is that post gym buzz. Like,
oh yeah,
like,
I love that.
I know. Even if, and I've talked to like I've got some of my friends that are like, you know, they're proper like gym heads. Some that are like go like more casual like me, and some that go like every now and again. But even the ones that go every now and again, like I'm talking those guys that go like once every couple of weeks when I drag them out. Like even they love that short term, just little buzz that like, and it's a thing, because it's literally like it's a chemical rush. Like, yeah, you know, listen, don't do drugs, just go to the gym, because you get the same like rush. It's mental.
Oh, 100%. One of my favourite things gym wise, this is so sad, is I really like going to the gym in the summer. I go all year round, but it's always empty because no one wants to be in the gym. But I'm a fucking freak, so I like it. And I know I have like I have a routine. My days, I do different things on each day. I do cardio every day, but I do different weights and work different parts, and you know, all stuff, because it's health and fitness. It's not just trying to get jacked. It's all about getting healthy. And I love going in summer because I go air conditioning on in the car or windows down, whatever, music playing, like normally listening to new stuff to like get me pumped, or not even that, just like new stuff to the gym. Get in the gym, get my bag out the car, feel the heat, walk into the air conditioning, changing room, drop the bag off and all my bits, in the gym, do my workout, tunes blaring. I'm the only one in there most probably, besides like the proper dedicated gym goers, the ones that are most probably athletes. I'm just banging out like new Drake or Kendrick or fucking Glass Animals or something,
or new Chris Watson or something like that. Something, you know.
It's too mellow for the gym.
Fair one.
Like, when I'm running, mate, I need something that's gonna make me want to run.
Yeah. When my mum used to play, you just want to run away from your iPod.
But then it's that leaving the gym with that. This is where it ties in. Yeah, when you leave the gym and you've got this rush, like that rush of endorphins and dopamine. And there's me. So I've got my bag. I'm walking to the car in the car park. It's hot. I've got this rush of like chemicals through my body. And I just get I just think I want to do something. I want to literally shower, get dressed, and I don't care. Like do anything. Anything and everything. I think some of the times me and Chris have ever gone out for dinner is because I've literally left the gym, gone home, showered. I'm like, need to do something. Chris, you're hungry.
Hyped. Yeah. Let's go. I want to go somewhere.
Yeah. And I really, really can't wait for all that stuff to come back. It's sad, but there's just something, I don't know, like it's a little bit, with the sun, because the sun obviously does stuff to you. Everyone loves a bit of sunshine, but it's the sunshine, it's the getting that chemical reaction from working out. It's everything. Summer in the gym just sort of go hand in hand for me. I don't know why.
My second one, it's kind of like I'm just deciding now which what to talk about, because there's a couple of things that could be just my second one for this impromptu section. I'm gonna have to go with. I do find it. This is very like just specific to me, this one, and I'm going to try and say this, but I was not trying to pitch the fact that I'm a producer and we should work together. But this generally is something that I literally love, and something, because I've been inside for like, you know, like nearly a year, and like there's been a few of these moments, and I just love it.
Whoa! You went prison?
Yeah, I've been inside. Yeah, mate, I've done one stretch. It's been tough. But well, I'm actually talking about just making music. Nothing as serious as prison. I'd hate to be in prison because then you couldn't make music, or you couldn't. Can you listen to music in prison? Do you get like an iPod or something, or like a phone that you can listen to music on in prison? Probably not.
Could any of our prisoners listeners please give me insight?
Oh, we're going off on a tangent again. I was just going to talk about that moment when it's that moment when you're like working on a song and you're putting it at different parts together, and it's not working, and then it's in that last, the song builds and builds, and you kind of just add things to it, and then there's that moment when you sort of like do something and you stop and you're like and then you listen again and you hear the song and you're like, you get that, it's similar to almost like the gym buzz, where you get like just like a rush of like, wow, like this is cool. And especially if you're working, I like doing it with like my music, but if you're working for an artist and it's one of their songs, it's great because you're like, you get that rush, like, this is really great, and I'm like, they're gonna love it. I'm literally like, this is great because I can just wait to see their message back or their call back, and they're like, yeah, I love it. And you're so happy because the stress of maybe it might not come together is gone, and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to see their reaction of like how amazing the song sounds. And it's just like, it always happens like halfway through a session or something, and you just get that little rush, and it's like, wow, I've cracked it. You know, like what it is actually I've cracked it. I've been trying, and then the song, it just has that one moment where something changes or two things come together or something just clicks, and you're like, yes, this is happening now. Like, this is happening, and you send it. I just love that. I know it's like a bit of a super nerdy thing, but I just love that.
No. Have you noticed all the four things together that we spoke about for Wade and Chris's The Shit I Love have all something in common?
It's about getting like a rush. We sound like fucking adrenaline junkies.
They all have like something that clicks, whether it's working out that gives you that rush, whether it's getting new sneakers that you want so bad and you get that buzz, that rush.
We're coming on to that, yeah.
Whether it's finishing a song or getting to a part of a song and you get that buzz or rush. Do you get what I mean? Like, they've all got like this connection of, you know, not achieving something, but slightly achieving something. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that,
definitely.
That click.
Definitely.
We should definitely offset Pav's The Shit I Hate with Wade and Chris's The Shit I Love.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. Again, it's like the yin and yang. Like, this is a bit of a curveball section, but yeah, we should try something. Yeah. I think so. I thought
it just came to a head, the power of positivity.
Yeah, we love it. The sun's out today.
We do.
Fantastic. Love it.
It's really nice. Like, see, I record, you can see everything. Well, I actually have two windows, so I'm literally can see straight out of it. And it's really sunny and it's really nice.
I'm looking straight out my window.
Yeah, same. Pretty much. Should we talk some sneakers?
Go on then. Let's do it. We're into Wade's world right now.
This is very much.
It's his thing. This is something I can contribute to, but I mean, I'm finished based when it comes to sneaker knowledge. Wade is the end of the line, the full stop when it comes to sneaker knowledge. Let's be real.
I know my shit in Wade's world of Disney, DJing, sneakers, clothing, Pokemon, WWE, whatever, NBA. In that sort of world of mental loveliness that I have, sneakers is a huge part of my life, and it has been for years. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a huge sneakerhead, and anyone that knows me knows I've been a sneakerhead for a long time. So we're going to talk some sneakers, because sneakers, everyone loves a sneaker, everyone loves a trainer, everyone has a favourite, everyone has something they love, everyone loves that buzz of getting a new trainer, whether it's hard to get or it's just you're walking into your local sneaker store, whether that's an Office, a JD Sports, Finish Line, Foot Locker, whatever it may be, and you just get something simple, an Air Force One, a Superstar. Everyone loves that buzz. It's an addiction. It's a problem. It drains my bank account regularly. I'm I am a dedicated Nike boy. I'm dedicated Jumpman family.
I am also Nike. I literally own. I've got like one pair of like Adidas like tracksuit bottoms. That's it.
Yeah,
I literally everything else is Nike.
I grew up on like Nike and Jordan stuff, and then I went over to the Three Stripes, the Adidas stuff, the Yeezy stuff, and now I'm back home, back with the Nike boys, the Jumpman family. But we're going to talk some of your favourite trainers, sneakers. Because I can literally make a podcast like this myself.
Yeah.
I've got, I could tell you the history of a Jordan 1 and the Jordan 35.
I think it was like last week or the other week, Wade actually got me on FaceTime and like just showed me around his like sneaker collection. And it was just like this like sea of like Nike boxes. And I was like, yeah, fair one. And like he opened like his like one of his like I think it's like his wardrobe maybe like just a cabinet or something, and I sort of looked back and he sort of like pulled back like one layer. I think it was actually Adidas shoes as well, interestingly, but it was like he like pulled back one layer and then there was like another layer of like shoe boxes, and then like he reached in, like pulled that box back, and there was like another box behind that, and I was like, yeah, fair one. I knew you were a sneakerhead, but this is crazy.
And the one thing I like about being a sneakerhead and the whole sneakerhead community, for the most part, like any sort of hobby or community, is it's very together and everyone shares a common interest and goal. There can be some like animosity and stuff when people get stuff and, resellers and all the hype stuff. But like for the most part, there's like a common interest and we all love or can appreciate a sneaker or them sneakers or whatever it is. Like a lot of people sometimes buy for the hype. Whether it's like an Air Max 1, the Clock collaboration which come out just gone, or a Travis Scott Jordan, or Yeezys, but we can all appreciate the symbol general releases, an Air Force One, Air Max 97.
I'd say I'd put myself into that category of buying for the hype to a certain extent, because for me, how I come at it, my angle is that I think a good shoe in general is like really important for me. I think that outfits are just like wasted without like a decent trainer, and for me, I'm very like my mum and dad who don't really get it. Like they think I'm insane because I literally just always ensure I spend the most money on my shoes, so much more than clothes, and they're like they're confused. They don't understand it, but I think you can actually, a trainer like literally makes or break a whole look, because it's like the staple. It's like the most important thing. It's a thing that, this sounds horrible, but it's the truth. I always look to the shoes first. I'm like, what shoes they got? Because I'm interested in shoes. I'm not a sneakerhead like Wade, but I'm like, the shoes have got to be right in terms of if you're going for, if you're going for a certain look. So yeah, I'll show you a pair, which this is what reminded me of the hype thing, because these are very much hype shoes. Like they're obviously super popular, and like a lot of people are sort of just jumping on the bandwagon. So I got the old McQueens, which I bought last week or a couple of weeks back.
I'll tell you what, that producer life pays well.
But this is the thing, like for me, these are like smart trainers that I know everyone's got, and they actually get a lot of hate because like they're obviously just a predictable like smart trainer. But
it's a very Essex trainer.
It is very Essex, but it is Essex, but also a lot of people up north have it. Like it's like a lot of my friends, like when I was living in Birmingham, like a lot of my friends had McQueens. Like it's just that smart trainer that you go for. And I was like, yeah, I want to be in on the hype. Like I want like a nice pair of trainers that I'm like I can wear and keep fresh in there, like for like special occasions. One more pair of trainers I've just got to show before I let Wade cast his judgment. It's just these ones real quick. Hold on. These are battered and they're disgusting, but the old Nike Rocher Runs, this pair I've literally had for, it must be like 3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years, maybe slightly longer. Maybe I've had these, and I've literally been around the world in these. I've been like, these have been with me everywhere, and I still wear these. Like these are like my daily shoe every day because they look fresh. They're like the comfiest shoes ever. When you're in like McQueens or shoes like McQueens and you go to Rocher Runs, it's like walking on clouds. It's mental. And And I'm sure Wade's about to give you the knowledge bombs, which he told me the other week, is obviously the Rocher Run, Nike Rocher Run when it first came out. That shape and the design of it sort of spawned loads of different shoes. I'm sure Wade, you can tell this better than I can, but it spawned loads of different designs, didn't it? But yeah, so big shouts. Listen, McQueen's are cool. You know, I think they're fresh, but Rocher Runs, for me, all-time favourite shoe to date. Wade, sorry, go on, crack on.
Yeah, see, let's start with the McQueen stuff. Like, I've got no problem with luxury trainers, luxury sneakers. I don't personally wear them. That's just not my thing. People wear them, and I've got no issue with it. The one thing I tell you is they ain't comfortable. None of them.
I can also say they're not comfortable.
None of them. None of them. The only ones I'd most probably buy and wear, and I think do have like a certain degree of comfort, like Gucci sort of tennis trainers, which are like the plain. Like maybe got a little bit of the Gucci thing just because they're super plain, but it's like a luxury sneaker. Just because I am, like I said, Nike boy, Jumpman family. That's what I'm about. Okay, so the Nike Rocher Run is it's not official, but we all know that's what the Yeezy 350 is based off of. If you look at the silhouette for the Rocher Run and look at the silhouette for the Yeezy 350, the original, the Turtle Dove and Pirate Black and stuff, it's basically the same shoe. Obviously, they've evolved the Yeezy 350 V2, and obviously Yeezy's gone into some other silhouettes, the 700s, the 500s, X, Y, and Z. But yeah, that is what the Rocher thing. I equally do have a pair of Rocher Runs in one of the wardrobes over there. Should get them out. I don't even know if they fit. I don't know what size I bought them in. They are black with white polka dots. They're actually quite sick. I used to wear them all the time. And I can agree with Chris, they are one of the most comfortable trainers.
Unreal.
Can't beat a Rocher Run. They don't make them at the moment, but I'm sure they come back like everything.
I want to give I want to give a quick shout out, which I can't show them for our YouTube viewers because they're literally downstairs right now, and I wore them out the other day, and they're just basically, it's horrible to say because they're all white edition, but they're like ruined right now. Triple white. They're sort of ruined. But my Air Max 90s are like also some of my favourite trainers, and like they're comfortable. They're not as comfortable as the Rocher Runs, but they're like comfortable, also fresh when I take good care of them. And yeah, so big shout out to the Air Max 90 as well because I've used them quite a bit.
I like an Air Max. Air Max. I got Air Max 90 Duck Camos, Air Max 90 World Earth Day ones. I've got some other Air Max 90s that are OG ones, all sorts. I love an Air Max 95 ones, 90s, 720s. Look, I can talk all day and just bore everyone. If you want to check out more sneaker content, please visit me. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, that's on sneaker podcast is coming soon.
On the sneaker podcast, I do actually listen to a really good sneaker podcast, which I will shout out because I listen to it regularly. It's by Complex. It is literally the Complex Sneaker Podcast with Brendan Dunn, Matt Welty, and Joe LaPuma. It's very interesting, and they get some wicked special guests on. And if you're interested and you like podcasts, which you do because you're listening to us, you should check it out. It's sort of the gold standard for sneaker culture.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is a big culture. Look, I'd love to know what Pav's ones were.
He likes Pumas, which is just...
Yeah, he does like Pumas,
I'm not on board with the Puma hype yet. I respect the shoes. I'm like, oh, they're nice. They're fresh. But I've never actually... I think I had Puma suedes when they were again like the shoe to have, but other than that, I've not really sort of dived into the world of Puma. But there you go.
Yeah, Puma. I think I've got Puma suedes and Puma Clyde somewhere. I had them when I was a lot younger. I don't mind Puma. I don't really wear it. Like I said, Nike boy, Jumpman family, that type of stuff. Chris, should we move away from sneakers?
Yes.
We've got a little bit of time. We haven't actually got a food-based what's your order. So, it's Sunday. What are you snacking on?
Oof. I think the real question is, what am I not snacking on? That's the real question. One thing that we're big on here is Pringles.
Yes, yeah, we are, yeah. If Pringles want to sponsor us, honestly...
Pringles are something that is one of life's pleasures. I think if we did another What I Love, then Pringles would be in there somewhere because I love a good Pringle, especially with the right dips. They're literally designed, I'm sure, for dipping. They're just the perfect crisp for dipping. Number one flavour, sour cream and onion. I can easily go for a whole tub of sour cream and onion with literally not one hesitation.
Yeah.
Right now, sour cream and onion are actually out of stock, so we've got like 4 pots of cheese and onion downstairs, which they do the job. They're not as good as sour cream and onion. My second favourite flavour, Texas barbecue. Fantastic. Not too good with dips. Normally that's the one Pringles you have to eat on its own, but Texas barbecue. One last curveball before I hand it over to you in terms of like snacks and your thoughts on Pringles. The ham, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the ham and honey Pringles. They're like a very unique flavour. They're really nice. I had them the other day and I was like, wow, they're fantastic. Special mention to prawn cocktail as well. That also does stuff. Yeah.
See, I like a salt and vinegar Pringle.
I'm not so sure about salt and vinegar.
See, I like salt and vinegar in general. That's why I like it. Prawn cocktail. All the flavours you've mentioned are great. I don't know if they still do them. I think it was a limited edition thing. They did like a hoisin duck flavour.
Ooh, yeah, I'd like to try that.
And I'm telling you now, like I could have ate the whole can, that whole tube in one go if I could. If I could fit all them Pringles in your mouth, you would. I would have. It was really good. The ham and honey are good. The Texas, but see, there's another crisp or chip, depending on where you're listening, what they're called, that I really like and are popular in my house with dip, and that's Ruffles.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of Ruffles.
They're great. They're American. They've got like the zigzag sort of pattern in them, so they like get the dip right in there. And the paprika ones, they blow your mind. Oof. Them with a bit of sour cream.
So they're ridge cut.
Ridge cut. That's what
we love ridge cut.
Ridge cut. Ridge cut. Snacking on. Do you know what I am like? They're floating around my house. Is Cadbury's mini eggs, because Easter is coming in the UK. And we've just prepared for it super early this year because why not? And it's mini eggs.
Yeah, mini eggs are cool. I like mini eggs.
They're a top tier chocolate that only come out at a certain time of year.
Yeah, I think if I ever saw someone eating a mini egg like outside of Easter time, I'd question them, to be honest. I'd be like, what is this? What are you doing?
They've been holding these mini eggs.
I mean, obviously we did discuss on a podcast a few weeks ago our favourite chocolate, and obviously I gave it to Lindt. I think you did as well. That is the best chocolate. Yeah. But mini eggs, honourable mention. I think I'm hoping for a Lindt Easter egg this year as our family exchange gifts. My family know I love Lindt, so normally I do get a Lindt Easter egg. And my mum loves Galaxy, so I get her like a Galaxy Easter egg, and
good choice.
Malteser Easter eggs, also fantastic. Although, hold on a second, I'm going to stop myself right here because I feel like we need to do top 3 Easter eggs at Easter. Yeah, I'm literally just using up a segment right now. Yeah, listeners, forget everything you just heard because we're going to do it again.
Yeah, on top 3 Easter eggs. Are you having, because it is Sunday when we record this today, and I know it will go out on Tuesday, so a lot of you won't be having roast dinners, but are you having a roast today?
I'm having a roast. Obviously, it's normally a vegetarian roast because my family are vegetarian and I'm not. Yeah. But I know there's a couple sausages, so they do me a couple sausages.
Do you have like a nut roast? Is it a nut roast?
Yeah, normally always nut roast. And nut roast. A couple sausages as well. And
because healthy eating goes out the window on a Sunday.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, right now, healthy eating just gone out the window anyway. Lockdown and etc. But on a Sunday, I think Sunday you're allowed to. Well, just to be honest, I actually think the weekend in general, especially because I'm still in that mindset of the weekend. Obviously, for you as well, has always been sort of gigs. So it's always been like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So normally I'm having like at least a McDonald's or something, like just something bad, like in the space of like 2 or 3 days. So I still now like the weekend is the weekend. It's like, why not? Have some unhealthy stuff.
I'm trying to think what else we've been snacking on in this. Cheese and onion crisp are popular in this house.
Yeah, I like cheese and onion. Cheese and onion is good.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't mind them. They're cool. I don't mind them. I don't know if we've got a roast. I don't really know. I've been busy the whole morning and not spoke to anyone really. which ain't too funny.
I'm almost certain you've had some of this way, but if any of the listeners haven't, get to know Bombay Mix.
Oh, I love that stuff.
That's a great snack. That is the snack you want.
One of like, I think the pleasures in life is Bombay Mix and papadums with chutney and sauce. Like just in general. Like,
what, at the same time?
No, just in general.
Just in general.
Like,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I would eat them at the same time because I'm a pig. Yeah. But you know, I would happily right now eat papadums with chutneys and sauce and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love anytime. I'd love to do that. Lime pickle. I love lime. I love lime pickles so much. That I just literally love that. I literally try and find the spiciest bits in it. You can see like the big peppers. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Chris could bathe in lime pickle if he could.
Okay, someone set it up. I'll literally bathe in a bath of lime pickle and I'll just eat it all. I'll literally drain the bath from my mouth.
Watch. We're going to be sponsored by Perfex next week.
I could not think of a better sponsor, to be honest.
Neither could I. I'd be so happy.
So hyped. If I can get Perfex to follow to sponsor this podcast, that will literally make my life. I'll be so happy. That would be the most amazing sponsor.
We'd be sponsored by Perfex and Manscaped.
Oh. What is this Manscaped hype? You always say like, "Oh, sponsored by Manscaped." I literally have never even heard of Manscaped. I'll be honest.
It's just like they do like body grooming products for men.
Okay.
That's it.
Sorry,
like,
just disclaimer. My body is groomed. Obviously
not, because it's not. But
just not
Manscaped?
Not with Manscaped. With other grooming products. Just want to let everyone know I'm not like some whatever.
Chris, it don't matter. You don't leave the house. You don't see anyone.
Yeah, right now. I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? So Tinder's got that filter, isn't it? No need to manscape for Tinder.
Well, I'm not on it, but yeah.
Wade isn't, obviously. Sorry, Sam, Wade's girlfriend, if you're listening. Sorry, Wade is officially not on Tinder.
No, I'll be completely honest. This shows how old I am. I've missed. I don't miss as in like I've missed the phase of dating apps. Like they don't exist to me because they didn't exist when I was single.
Yeah. That's good. That's a blessing, to be fair, probably.
So I know how Tinder and all stuff works because some of my friends have had it, and at gigs, I'm not going to say who it was. One of my friends at a gig was like, I'd finished DJing and he was DJing. He was like, he just passed me his phone. He had Tinder. He went, just swipe whatever ones you think. Like
that's
he was
awful.
like, I was like,
that's awful.
And I was just like, you what? And he's like, oh yeah, you swipe that way if you like them, swipe that way if you don't. He's like, just play it like a game.
That's
like,
awful.
And I was just like there, like going, oh, would she be right for him? He's like, no. If they look good, swipe that way. If they don't, so I was like, oh my, that's awful.
Yeah. That's awful. It's pretty awful when you think about it, to be fair.
Yes, it's not good.
No. And honestly, and I'm not just saying this now. I don't actually use it. Like I have used it, but like recently, like I'll lock down Tinder. Nah, like I'm just not. But it is pretty awful.
What could I'm going to ask the question. So what could you actually? You couldn't do nothing. Let's say you match with someone.
This is the thing. What's the point of using it?
You match with someone. You get chatting. You exchange numbers. You chat over text. Like, what you could do? Go for a walk in a park at like 2 meter distance.
I'm sure some people have been doing that. I'm sure I haven't.
No,
yeah.
I just don't really get it. Like maybe a coffee date, but then like you've got to be quite fast. So how do you be tactile with each other?
I've had friends who have gone on coffee dates. To be fair, with people. To be fair, to come to think of it.
Has it worked out? Or
yeah, I think so. It literally was obviously just a couple friends. It was they just meet up, coffee, walk. That's it. Like, seriously, like that's it. And then just part ways, and maybe I don't know if they're still talking or not. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're married.
One coffee date, they knew after that first sip of caramel macchiato, they knew they were together. Yeah.
Their eyes just crossed each other when they both ordered the caramel macchiato,
and they knew. Do you want cream on top? Yeah, I'll have cream on both. Bang. Yeah, with the same person.
Boom. Yeah, that's marriage material. Should we wrap up the podcast? We're just talking shit. We're just talking about stuff we have no clue about.
Yeah.
As always, you can listen to all of the tracks that we spoke about in the review section on our Spotify playlist, and they should be coming into the actual podcast on Spotify soon. So shout out to our Spotify listeners on that. You can watch all the videos to the tracks as well on our YouTube playlist. It's worth doing. There's some big names: Silk Sonic, Drake, AJ Tracy, Duck Sauce. Check them out. And you obviously want to stream some of the classic episodes we've got in the podcast factory, you can find them Apple Music, Spotify, Google, and don't forget, hit us up on our social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. No Drinks in the Booth on all 4 of them. From me and Chris and Pav, wherever he is, we hope he's okay. Peace and enjoy the rest of your week.